Relationships that we should have never got into in the first place. Grandma's Porch, a place to relax, a place to enjoy. Come visit Grandma's Porch. People that you wish you had never gotten to know. Hello, y'all. I'm Diana Brienne. Well, I got to thinking about that subject today, about people that we friended along the way, and then we go, oh, I wish I hadn't friended them. They're not the person that I thought. And, I think most people have had an experience or two like that. I remember many years ago, I had met this girl, and I used to stay in her apartment because I had to travel a couple hours to and from work. I wanted to live in one area, but yet I wanted to work in another. I had a fabulous job, and I lived in a fabulous area. So on the days that I worked, I would stay overnight at her apartment for a few hours because I would work what they call double shifts, and so that I can kind of made more money in a very short amount of time. So I needed maybe 5, 6, 7 hours to go sleep. And so I would go sleep at her place, and she let me do that. Well, after that was over, I used to let her come out and visit me, only to realize that she was not a nice person. I kind of knew that, but I kind of overlooked it because, well, I needed a place to sleep, and it was convenient. And so she would come out, and I remember she could just really turn nasty on just so suddenly for no reason at all. And so I remember politely breaking off the relationship. Well, she didn't like that. She sure didn't like me politely breaking off the relationship. So after I broke off the relationship, fortunately, I never really heard from her, but once or twice where she sent me a nasty letter and called me a plastic Barbie doll. I'll never forget. She called me a plastic Barbie doll. And but anyhow, I realized that I wish I hadn't really got to know her because she was so nasty to me. And that was truly, really who she was. And I just kind of overlooked that part. So I think that there are some relationships in life that we go, why did I even friend this person? Sometimes people get involved in romantic relationships only to find out, I don't want to be in it. And then it's very challenging and difficult to get out. Sometimes there's details that we can see if we're paying attention, really genuinely paying attention, that will alert us, and they're kind of warning signs not to go into a relationship. But often we ignore those warning signs, thinking, I'm not going to pay attention to them because it's kind of like for me, it was a place to sleep for a couple hours. And so I ignored all the other warning signs, and I should have probably just let that stay at that level and not bring her into my life in, where I lived. And so, I learned my lesson early on that some people simply don't belong in our lives. And there are some relationships that we don't know all the details, or we ignore the details in the beginning. And then we later go, oh, I wish I really hadn't friended that person, or gotten into a relationship, or got into a romantic relationship with that person. They weren't like the person I thought. And I just don't think that that's an uncommon thing to go through. I think a lot of people have experienced that because, like I said, I've experienced it in my life where I've gone, oh, this person was not like I thought they were, and why in the world did I go into this relationship? So all we can do is learn from our experiences and move on and pay attention. pay attention to warning signs way beforehand so that we can avoid any kind of situations by getting into them and then having to untangle ourselves from those kinds of relationships. From my house to yours, may God bless you, and I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye. Grandma's porch, a place to relax and a place to enjoy.